right, everybody. Welcome to the third round coverage of the 2025 Arnold Palmer Bay Hill Invitational here at Bay Hill Country Club in Orlando, Florida. We are going to start the third round, and I will back this up so we can see what's going on around here. Make sure we have everything where we need it. We don't really need to see the D minuses, just this should be good enough right there. I am going to use the little miniature dice tray, hoping that gives me more room. And we have our golfers here. Russell Henley won this real event. He was a real world winner, Russell Henley. So I've got him off to the side, but of course I'll put him in here with the rest of the guys as soon as we're done. I believe we have 71 golfers. So we're supposed to have 8 stacks. So we'll do 8 stacks of 9. And I think the last stack might just have 8. So we'll put Russell Henley in there and we'll give him a good shuffle. In fact, I'll get this out of the way until we get our stacks done. We're just going to get a good shuffle going here. That's all. Get a good shuffle. And then we'll count out 9 apiece for 8 stacks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's stack 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's stack 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's stack 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stack 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this last group should have 8 if I counted correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there we go. 71 golfers that were at the event. Now, not all of them made the cut, but in History Maker Golf, you're supposed to carry at least 70 golfers to the third round. So that's why there was no cut. And that's why there was no round 1 and 2, because I didn't want to cut anybody. I had nobody to cut. So, all right. So here we go. Let's see if I can get this down here a little lower. We'll do it that way. Okay. We're going to start with this first grouping. And we're looking right here. And we are ready to go for the first grouping, and we'll see what we get. We get a 26, and a 26 says, draw golfer contends with A-. Everybody else finishes B-. So wherever I pick out, and it doesn't have to be the top guy, it can be any guy I draw out of here, he will be an A-. So I'm going to randomly try to pick somebody. No clue. We'll just drop him there. So that guy's an A-. All these other guys are B-. So who's the A-? Let me move these out of the way when we start putting guys near their stacks. So the A- guy is Jackson, however you say his name, Koivan, I don't know, something like that. He is the, hello, Heiser. I'm loving this new dice tower. Thank you very much. All right, so the draw golfer got to be A-. Everybody else is B-. So B- is Wyndham Clark, Lucas Glover, Brian Harmon, Tony Finau, Austin Eckroat, Adam Scott, Justin Thomas, and Andrew Novak. So some good guys in there, but they fall to the B- group, and we'll have to try another week. So the next grouping, we get a 34, and a 34 shows top golfer contends with A-. So let's go with the top golfer, not the draw golfer, but the one with the best rating. He will be an A-. Right now, Nick Taylor is a 3C. Pot Getter is a 2B in round 3, but Ben Griffin's a 1B in round 3. So let's see if anybody can beat him out. Shoffley is a 3A. He's a 1A, but he's only a 3A in round 3, so he does not beat him out. So Ben Griffin is the top golfer, and he will be an A- as well. He'll be in the A- as well. And let's see what it says otherwise. Low finishes with D-. So who's the low golfer? Low golfer is Well, no, he's a 2B in third round, so he can't be the low golfer. It looks like it's Aaron Rye, 4C. That's the low golfer. There's a lot of good guys in this group, so he's a low golfer. So Aaron Rye maybe needs to just go to one glove, not two, because he gets a D minus, and everybody else contends with B plus. So Hogue, Rose, Straka, Shoffley, Stevens, Taylor, and Potgetter are B pluses, so they possibly contend late. Or if we don't get 12 guys here, that's another possibility. Hello, Ben. We get a 66. That's always dangerous. 66 top golfer contends with B plus. Ooh, that was a rough roll there. B plus, or 66. I mean, so the top golfer gets B plus. Top golfer right now, Shane Lowry. No, Keegan Bradley's a 2B, and he's a top golfer, so he contends with a B plus. Keegan Bradley. And let's see what it says here. Low golfer, D minus. So the low golfer looks to be Dunlap, Nick Dunlap, a 5C. So he's a D minus. And everybody else finishes with C. So McGreevy, Homa, Lee, Lowry, Horschel, Campbell, and Patia all finish with plain old C's. So now we go to the next grouping. And we get a 34. And a 34, I think I had that once already. A top golfer contends with A minus, but still haven't gotten any perks yet. Top golfer contends with A minus. So the top golfer will join this group here. Top golfer, a lot of 4s and 6s in here, 7s and 4s. A terrible grouping here. So Harris English is the top golfer at 3A. So he contends with an A minus. Low golfer's D minus. So who's a low golfer? Low golfer is Thigala, 7B. Or no, Campos, 7C. So Campos is a D minus. Everybody else contends with a B plus, so they have a chance maybe to come back at the end. Bezahooten, M, On, Thompson, Poston, Hovland, and Thigala, all in the B plus ranges. Now we go to our second wave. And we get a 16. 16. Draw golfer contends and gets a perk with an A minus. So the draw golfer, whoever that happens to be, draw golfer gets an A minus and will have a perk. And of course, let me set this down there because of course I forgot my stuff. Think you have the tokens ready and you don't. So let's get these tokens ready and let's see who this draw golfer is going to be on a 16. Top golfer will contend with an A, but the draw golfer gets the A minus category. So the draw golfer is Thomas Dietrich, and he gets a perk, or he rolls on the perks or issues problem. Now the top golfer will contend with A. So who's the top golfer? Right now it's Sam Burns. Oh, well, Scheffler takes care of all of them. Takes care of Burns and Oberg, Jason Day, Kim Davis. So Scheffler will contend with an A. And let's see, everybody else finishes with D plus. So Yeager, Highsmith, Burns, Oberg, Day, Kim, and Davis all get D pluses. Still haven't seen. And he's got to be in his last three groups. So we have not seen Russell Henley, who won this tournament real world. See how he does. We get a 56. 56. Draw golfer contends with A minus. Everybody else finishes with D. So this is dangerous. This is where the good golfers can end up with a D, because if they're not the draw golfer, they're out of luck. So the draw golfer will contend with A minus. Everybody else goes to the D minus. So let's see what draw golfer is going to be. It will be Corey Connors. He is the draw golfer. There is no perk listed there. Everybody else finishes with a D, and that's Michael Kim, Matthew Pavon, Maverick McNeely, Cam Young, Chris Kirk, Max Gracerman, Fitzpatrick, and Patrick Cantlay. A lot of good guys there, but they finish with D. Having a bad tournament. So we go to the next grouping, and we get a 34. We've had that a couple of times already, but I'll show it again. 34, top golfer contends with A-. So the top golfer gets the A- category. And the top golfer right now is Bridgman, unless somebody can beat him out. McCarthy's a 1C, but he's a 4C in the third round. So that's still going to mean Bridgman controls that. But McIlroy is the top golfer. So Roy McIlroy will contend with an A-. No perk, but an A-. Low golfer finishes with D-, and the low golfer is Zalatoris. So he gets the D- category. And everybody else is a B+. So Hughes, Berger, Morikawa, Salinda, Matsuyama, McCarthy, and Bridgman all get the B+. So it's a good stack of guys here in the B+ that could contend. And we don't have 12 guys here yet. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only got 7 guys, and we need 12. So we're going to be hitting the B+ hard for top-rated golfers. So last grouping, and we know that by process of elimination that Russell Henley is in this group. We get a 26. 26 says, draw golfer contends with A-. So let's see who the draw golfer is. The draw golfer is Eric Cole. He contends with an A-. Everybody else is a C-, if I read that correctly, under 26. No, I'm sorry, B-. Everybody else is B-. So B- is Rogers, Henley, Hadwin, Robert McIntyre, J.J. Spahn, Pendrith, and Kim. They are B-. Was it B- or B? Let me double check that. 26. No, it says B-. So Russell Henley will not win this tournament like he did Real World. And now look at this. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only got 8 golfers. We need 4 more golfers. So the way to get those, go to our B+ and take the 4 top-rated golfers. This is the best way I know to do it. So we're going to look for 1s and 2s. So all the guys that got a bad break. Schauffele is a 3, though, so we'll wait on him and see if he can make it. Potgieter is a 2B in the third round, so he becomes a 2, so that knocks Schauffele out. So you have to be a 1 or a 2 to have any chance. I don't know if anybody else fits that category. Looks like, well, let's see. Matsuyama's a 5 in the third round. McCarthy's a 4 in the third round, and Bridgman's a 6C. So he does not make it. But these 4 do. Justin Rose, Keegan Bradley, Sepp Straka, and Potgieter. They are all going to finish out the top 12. There are no outstanding golfers. So the A golfer, Scheffler, is going to have the lead in the tournament when the tournament begins on Saturday evening. So let's figure out what his score is. I have the score sheet right here. And the winning score was 277 by Russell Henley. So we're using 277 as a guide. 277 as a guide is in this column right here. We have no A+ golfers. We have an A golfer. So A golfer, 207 or 208 for Scotty Scheffler. The dot is 207. The blank is 208. So Scotty Scheffler with a 207. And he is the third round leader going into the last round. Scotty Scheffler will take that lead. Now we go to these guys under A-, and that's going to be either a 209 or a 210, depending on the dot. So Koiven, he gets a 209. Does Koiven. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Ben Griffin, he gets a 209. They're both 2 shots back. Harris English, he gets a 209. Big grouping here at 209. Thomas Dietrich, he's 209. Corey Connors, he is 210 for Corey Connors. McIlroy, He's 209. And lastly, Eric Cole. He's 209. All right, and then we said Connors was 210. 3 shots back. All right, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a 6-way tie for second. And then in 8th place is Corey Connors. Got 3 shots back. Then we go over here. Justin Rose and company are B+, and that's either going to be 211 or 212. 211 or 212, depending on the dot. So it's 212 for Rose. Keegan Bradley is 211. 4 shots back. Sepp Straka is 211. And lastly, Potgetter. He's also 211. 4 shots back. We only have one guy to roll on the perks and issues, and that is Thomas Dietrich. So Justin Rose brings up the rear out of the 12. He's in 12th place by himself at 212. But he's only 5 shots back. He's not 6 shots back. So I guess that's a partial break because there were no A+ golfers. So let's see here. We got a tie for 9th, 3-way tie for 9th. All right, so let's roll for the perk or the issue on Thomas Dietrich. And that we go right here. Roll the black and the white die. We get a 6 and a 5, and that's rust putter. So Thomas Dietrich is a rust putter. That is his issue. He is a neutral putter by his quality. But on the 6-5, on the 6 and the 5, it says he is a rust putter for this tournament. At least it's not till further notice, but it's a rust putter. So that is Dietrich. He is a rust putter. So now we're going to figure out and put in the leaderboard. So the last group is going to be Scheffler, Koivan, however that's pronounced, and Ben Griffin. The next to the last group is going to be English, Dietrich, and McIlroy. And Dietrich is a rust putter. That will come up only on clutch putts. And then the next grouping is going to be Cole, Connors, and Bradley. And then the final group is going to be Sepp Straka, Potgetter, and Justin Rose. So that's the way it all looks going into, let me see if I can get a little closer on this. Going into the 4th and final round, I will play the back 9 all the way up until the first group gets to the 13th hole, which means the back group's going to be starting their back 9. That's where we'll pick it up. And then, of course, at the 15th hole, we'll be checking for emerging contenders. So that's the way it is. But unfortunately, the guy who won the tournament real world, Russell Henley, is not going to be able to make it. He's in the B-, so he's not going to be able to do anything. So that's it. Down and dirty, quickly to be done. Scheffler 207 leads the pack by 2. In fact, it's a 6-way tie, 2 shots back. So what we'll do here before we finish is get everybody in their spots. We will have everybody in their particular spots, and I've got to get these letters together and make sure the golfers are in their proper letter so I can do it for points. Now the B+ I will keep to the side because we may need them. And we'll set up our course leader and everybody else. So Scheffler leads, And 2 shots back, we got a bunch of them. Coiven, Griffin, English. Let's see here. Coiven, Griffin, English, Dietrich, and McElroy, as well as Cole, Eric Cole. 3 shots back is Connors. 4 shots back, we have Keegan Bradley, Sepp Straka, and Potgetter. And 5 shots back, Justin Rose. So that's how the 4th round will begin when I play this offline. That is exactly how it will start out. And of course, you know, those are bound to change between now and when we start streaming Saturday night, because I'll play those front 9 offline. Fortunately, nobody's in danger of being out of contention right away unless Justin Rose really, you know, one of these guys really craps the bed, then they would be out of it. But and it also depends on how Scheffler does. If he starts raking in birdies and stuff, then that'll push guys back. And again, with no chips for anybody to start with, so you got to earn your own chips all the way around. So that's it for the 3rd round. 4th round will be roughly 8 o'clock Saturday evening. And at that point, we'll have everything all lined up and ready to go with the first group on the 13th tee. And we'll pick it up from there, the TV coverage. And that's about it. So not a whole lot of exciting stuff there, I don't guess. But, you know, we need this particular thing to get everybody in position so we know who's in contention and who's not. The only guy who has an issue or a perk is Dietrich. He is a rust putter, but that only comes up on clutch putting. Without clutch putting, then it's not going to matter. So that's what we have. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I'll see you all down the road.